Okay, this is Brother RA. Yes, on CCTV. And those that enjoy this type of programming from Brother RA and so on and so forth, send, my membership dues a fee. My membership dues are now required. And if y'all want to pay for Brother RA and supports, this is brotherra.com. And here, let me show you this real quick too before I lose the image. You see this? This is a crucifix that folds up into a cube. Now, and so here I am. I'm working on becoming that straight line and doing what I need to do. And the only venue I have is here at CCTV. Thank you, Susan Fleshman. She's a goddess. And yeah, it also allows me to get high on air. And I'm going to do that in just a second. But I wanted to make sure $100 membership fees are due. So if you can appreciate Brother RA and the melanin dominance and understanding that we are biological living light, whether you're melanin dominant or melanin recessive, you're all my children. And I am Father Nature. And Father Nature is going to do this at this time. And please note this too. Just notice, the square as, oh shoot, I didn't tap it quick enough. Okay, fine, come back to me. Alright, so you get to watch the inhale, exhalation, and so on and so forth. Don't do this. Actually, this is my good pipe. I was thinking, I don't think I remember the seizures that I have delete the memories. So I'm like, what is that hole for? I know I put and plus, that's a little tart. The water soothes it for a brother. And the two, since I'm biological living light, a child of the sun, the SUN, and I've gotten kicked off of 4 radio stations and Facebook because I try to share the knowledge and information that 9/10 the Earth's population is melanin dominant, and only when 2 melanin dominant people that are of the same genetic makeup, they produce an albino baby. And radio stations don't wish to hear that. But as I'm tapping deeper into myself, a few corrections from last week's show too. Oh my goodness. I said hold the ring finger. No, it's hold the middle finger because that's your finger of passion. So your thumb is your water finger, this is your wood finger, this is your fire finger, this is your earth finger, this is your metal finger. And so holding your passionate, feeling your heartbeat at 104, 13, 14, 15, 16, yeah, raising all of this into who you are as a divine energy. Now, that's cognizant. I said hold the ring finger. I showed Master Heej and the deep inhalation breaths and some of the cultural massage, or maybe I didn't get that far. You want to learn more about the cultural massage and how to massage your scalp. Get into, feel, what is that? That's your scalp. And that's where the vision comes in. And how many senses do you have? I named the 5 elements of the universe, and you have 5 senses. So Are you massaging? Are you integrating your light spiritedness with? Are you reissuing your chi within yourself? Shut up already. Get high on air. Yes, this is Brother R.A., the brother who has something to say each and every day. And here, it came back. Here, show you that real quick. I'm trying to fold up into myself. So, in folding up into myself, I'm going to use the element that comes out of the ground, herb, and inhale it into my lungs. So, I made reference to a squared plus b squared equals c squared. That is man, woman, and child, and the woman is the foundation of the relationship. She's the only one who can give birth to the planet Earth. And I'm having issues. Yeah, in integrating the knowledge and information that I have with current culture and society. As this melanin dominant black man at 108.15.8, trying to tap into the DNA of my mind. And here's a question for you. Does your mind move your body, or does your body do what it's told? I mean, it's like, how do I even approach this topic? And this is what meditation and movement is about. In you being so light and gentle with the liquid pineal gland, InnerStanding self. And also last week I said reaching. No. How often do you tell yourself, I am that I am? Or how often do you tell yourself, wherever I am, that's where I'm supposed to be? Whatever I'm doing, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Are we learning from the experiences of life? 109. The sphere at the top of the stem. Are we not reaching into ourselves or trying to grab or hold on in your meditation and movement, but to be as subtle as a petal falling off of a flower, floating to the surface of the earth? do we make love to ourselves this intimately on a spiritual level? Has anyone been taught this? Has anyone been shown this? Let's make sure I'm recording this, because I don't know. I am God. I gotta double check myself. I gotta deal with my life in the physical arena. But I know in the spiritual arena, I'm that divine energy. But I know I have to go one step at a time. I don't need to hurry. What I'm going to do at 118, oh shoot, that's 111.18 when I saw it. 111, 111. Me, myself, and I, talking about voices. And do you ask yourself, this was a fucked up movie. The dog and cat were talking to this motherfucker. And he is the actor was playing all three voices. So,
are you really God?
No, I'm not God. How can I be God? I'm a sinner. Didn't you read in the Bible where Moses heard God say? Now, who was Moses listening to? Was it a melanin dominant black motherfucker like me? Oops, I was supposed to keep it quiet because there's a podcast going on in the next room. Overacting, overdoing it. But voices, do you have these conversations with yourself? I mean, that's my job as a thinking melanin at 113. The time, the digits, the Aramaic, the Arabic, who wrote these digits? Who wrote it in stone? With colors, meta netta. You call it hieroglyphics. I'm talking about my melanin recessive inbred mutant albino child can't walk into the Museum of Fine Arts, even though I don't know how it got to the Museum of Fine Arts. But the wall of the insides of the pyramids, those drawings are inside the Museum of Fine Arts, where the melanin dominant black man out front on a horse. Oh, that's another ironic thing at 114. Wait a minute. We getting ready to go into the Super Bowl weekend. And Patrick Mahomes, young little black quarterback, can run and throw at the same time. Just now getting an opportunity in 2020. I mean, how many black men have had an opportunity to quarterback the football? No. That nigga, he can't do that shit. We need a white boy to be quarterback. We need a Tom Brady, a Terry Bradshaw, an Aaron Rodgers. Yes, that's what we need. My melanin recessive inbred, I was the one who inbred that created an albino child, a white baby. As Father Nature, how do I deal all these voices, all this knowledge and all this information that you ain't getting nowhere else? Who else is gonna talk this crazy? Only brother, alright, that nigga trying to apply for Social Security benefits because I believe these motherfuckers gave me seizures. But that's beside the point. 2020, 115, middle of the week. Just trying to settle deep, deep, deep. That's what I mean. You don't have to reach. You just have to learn to settle deep within yourself. Is this not a ministry? Am I administering some type of knowledge, a difference of opinion? Is it being accepted? How do I deal with Christian black women? No, I got to serve my Jesus. Wait a minute. February 1st. Oh, this is Communion Sunday. We're going to have to drink in a shot glass some grape juice to represent Jesus' blood. $1.16. Now $1.17. Are we learning to straighten up to become that right angle? At the top of the line? Wait a minute. Are we going to continue to serve an energy outside of ourselves? Or are we going to learn, and we're going to keep reaching? You see how I'm reaching. I'm trying to get to you. How many people can deal with you looking into your own eye? Take time for yourself. The side of your heart. Acknowledge the pupil, the iris, the eyeball, the Trinity on one side at 118 of your genetic self, a biological living light child, a child of the sun. You don't have to use an umbrella. Oh my God, it's so hot. I need it. Oh, I can't get the sun all over me. I'm gonna burn. This is reality. These are my children. How do I administer this type of knowledge so that it's received? Am I too attitudinal? You know, I really resent that somehow I don't have my tea glass, but what does this mean when you sip your tea and your pinky is out? Oh yes, I have great class and stature. I'm better than you. Spare parts, using people's body organs, biotechnology, Pfizer, Biogen, Genzyme, Sci-Fi, Harvard, MIT, Tufts. Yo, donate your stool. Yes, give up your shit. We'll give you money for it. We want to understand your fucking DNA. At 119. Step up all in. Melanin dominant people with a rhythm. Are you in rhythm with yourself? No, I can't. I'm sorry, don't be loud. I can't be in rhythm with myself. I got to go pick cotton for massa. I need to earn me a dead slaveholder. What was the song I heard this morning? Ain't nothing going on but the rent. You gotta have a J-O-B to be with me. No romance, no finance, no romance. And then my ass heard doing it in the park, doing it after dark. Oh yeah, Rock Creek Park. I was living in D.C., melanin dominant people, black folks. Living down south is definitely different than living up north. Oh yes. And do I look down, me, myself, Brother R.A.? Oh yes, I matriculate near Harvard Yard. Oh yes, I matriculate near the anchors at MIT. I have pictures of a brother on the bluff. 121. Have I looked in my right eye, the side of my liver? Do I filter what comes into any of my five senses? This is only on the physical arena. 122. The duality of who we are. You have everything within you. You are that divine energy. I only watched two of them. Henry Bogart, black and white. I'm like, my children, my melanin recessive children. Okay, let me read some Tao. I need to shut up. I need to put things in a better perspective so that, oh shit, I knocked off the camera thing. My classism, my self-hate, Gomer Pyle. I mean, what kind of shit did I grow up watching on the idiot box? You know, it's like, why? Oh, I gotta go out to the plantation and pick Massa's cotton. Whatever I mean, and you know, definitely being traumatized. What's going on in my life? So I sit in housing court as support, and I'm listening from the landlord perspective as to how individuals are dealt with in Boston City Court. And how that particular landlord is trying to get her money from the tenant. But the tenants have all these rights and this and that. But then as the tenant, you're a single mother of 2 children or a child. Because black men are just going out there fucking. What's our role and responsibility? I'm putting a whole lot on your plate. Can you digest any of this? Being spiritual, reaching a high level of relaxation within yourself, not having to jump through your child's melanin recessive inbred mutant albino with a calcified pineal gland. That's not an insult. That's just my baby whose genes, I had sex with my daughter and the genes were too similar and they clashed. So my baby came out in albino, the melanin didn't get to the top of the skin, and the first eye hardened and calcified. So with this calcification, you can't get to the top of the pyramid that's on your $1 bill that has a base of 4 corners, seeing north, south, east, and west, and have it come up into the liquid moisture of the pineal gland and balance and come up with something. Wait a minute. This is all life. This is humanity. But no, we have a spirituality where you operate outside of yourself. You don't take any time for yourself at 126. Are you going to get to the foundation and root of the matter of your individuality being or becoming an undivided individual? Reaching 4 corners of yourself in the moisture. Oh yes, you can acquire, and my albino children can learn this about the calcified and liquid pineal gland. Is that why there's genetic engineering going on? White folks trying to put moisture in their pineal gland at 127? Middle of the week, I'm 2020, trying to settle into myself. We've done Humphrey Bogart. That's past. We need to move ahead with the level of consciousness of us tapping in to our divinity, the vine or divine, a vine, a one. You are the one. Why is the one drawn in the Aramaic up and down? Why is the I drawn up and down? Are we going to get to become an undivided individual at 128 and move up from the 7 to the 8 and be a sphere over the sphere and create that third aspect of your divinity, your spirituality, where you can reach a higher level of relaxation within yourself? Be calm, cool, collected, and don't have to be irrational. And we can change the governmental system. What did I say before? We was Bushed, Clinton, and now we're Trumped. And I don't wish this waste brain time thinking on such. I mean, it's bad enough I hold my pinky out with my tea, and I have to, don't do that already. Here I go. On 126 at 2020, at 7:29, I read that looks like, I did 2 dances, talked with a girlfriend for And then I read 350. 350 is the hourglass. Dang Ming Dao. Am I going to get copyright infringement? Oh no, RA, you're raising consciousness too high. We can't allow you to put that shit on YouTube. I'm reading, okay? I'm going to read Dang Ming Dao, 365 Dao Daily Meditations. Give Harper one, give proper accreditation in this societal, ruled, structured environment. Mommie was such a Scorpio and a perfectionist. Had someone work with me and throwing out and just seeing Mommie's penmanship and how meticulous she took care of her notes and paid her bills. It was a very traumatic moment for me. I don't think others understood what I was dealing with. Throwing out, I guess I'm a hoarder. And I don't wish to throw out any aspect of my mother's energy. But I have to grow up. So, what I say on 126, the bottom part of the sphere of the 1, at 129, I'm sorry, make that 7:29 p.m., did 2 dances. My chi led me to read this. Life is like an hourglass. You know how you see the sand drop from the top to the bottom and you turn it over when it, an hourglass. So life is like an hourglass. Consciousness is the sand. I really want to holler and shout and say hallelujah, some stupid shit, but I gotta be quiet. 132. Imagine an hourglass. Its shape is like the symbol for infinity. Its form recalls the double helix of DNA. Its 2 sections represent polarity. The material on one side, the immaterial on the other. The male on one side, the female on the other. Hot and cold. Positive and negative. Or any other duality. The sand runs in a stream. The same stream as the course of energy that runs up your spine. The same stream that is the road of your life. You know I was a minister, right? Reverend Richard W. Oliver Jr. I came across them Bibles. Oh my God. Nana had our names on. Found a Christine E. Arthur. Oh, Nana. Who I am and where I came from. And the grains of sand of consciousness in my hourglass. The sand that runs in a stream, the same stream as the course of energy that runs up your spine. Now, when I'm doing my 108 different postures in meditation and movement, Master Heej Robinson of the Roxbury Tai Chi Academy.com, 77-year-old actually, that motherfucker will be 78 March 5th. Talking to this motherfucker. Nigga, keep your spine straight. Pelvis, head, all of it moves as one, nigga. He didn't go that. Oops, did I get loud? So 108, 1, you are the 1 with the 0. There's no beginning or end in the 0 at 135. That's halfway. But dealing with that 0, there's no beginning and no end. It's infinite. Do you allow your imagination and your mind to reach a level of relaxation within yourself? Tapping into this stream of consciousness? You got 20 minutes left, nigga shit. Okay, so Roxbury Tai Chi Academy, being disciplined. Mommie disciplined me. How do I make a decision? How do I know what's right? How do I know what's wrong? I have to taste it. I have to touch it. I have to experience it. I know I can't fuck with seafood. I'm allergic to that shit. And some medication they gave me for seizures was itching the fuck out of me. I couldn't take that shit either. I don't know so much. Just as a thinking black man, do we process what we contend with, and how do we contend with it? Do we reach a level of relaxation that touches your spirituality? Or are we always anxious and stressed and never get to settle into self? The same stream that is the road of your life, the movement of the sand, of that sand, is what we call Tao at 137. Our consciousness our consciousness alternates between the various states represented by the hourglass. It is as difficult to grasp as a stream of sand. Therefore, it is foolish to examine things minutely. It is unwise at 138 to focus on the material. It is wisdom, yes, wisdom's house. It is wisdom to understand the movement. I better go ahead and just read and don't, I get notes up the ass. I'm sure y'all are tired of hearing RA's notes at this point. So, 351. Three, the Trinity. 5, halfway. And still, even as the 5 is drawn, there's a right angle, 2 right angles, and a circle. So you're almost the square and half a circle. That's how the 5 is drawn. And then the 1, the top at 139.39, the top to the bottom, that 1 reaching the full sphere of the 1 as it's drawn. So 351, I'm reading from Dang Ming Dao. You breathe. Frosting mountains white. exciting trees to verdant flame, dancing sparrows on your wing, swirling waves into long sighs. You breathe, and all things live. A central concept for the Tao is breath at 140. Without breath, there is no life. The complexity of this idea is great indeed. You breathe. That brings you oxygen. You breathe. That sustains you. You breathe. That regulates your heartbeat, feeds your brain, makes your blood red, deeper still, you breathe. And the entire energy field of your body is sustained and set into motion. See, in the lesson Master Heej was trying to teach last night, or the Monday night class, is don't think about moving it. Let your instinct or gut there's an instinct or a spirituality or an ability to, at 142, have that duality of understanding yourself on such a level and such a plane. And see, I can't blame my calcified albino white child for not being able to teach me this. I'm Father Nature. I'm melanin dominant. But I have to learn to be light like a feather. Balance my life. I have to share this type of knowledge and information so that there's a deeper understanding. 9/10 the Earth's population. Did I not lead into this series talking about Malcolm and Martin's wives, and then Winnie Mandela's wife? Or Nelson Mandela's wife, Winnie, in South Africa. What is the calcified pineal gland? I'm from Europe. I'm a European. I'm from England. $144. Read, R.A. Read. So, you breathe. That brings you oxygen. You breathe, sustain you. You breathe. That regulates your heartbeat, feeds your brain, makes your blood red. Deeper still, you breathe, and the entire energy field of your body is sustained and set into motion. When that field is so intimately tied to breathing, is integrated with your mind, you have the power of spirituality. Breath. Don't crassly think of it as a mere gas. That would be like a calcified pineal gland versus moisturized liquid in the first eye, being able to see north, south, east, and west, the yin and yang, the duality, breath. Don't crassly think of it as mere gas. Just as we breathe, so too does the universe breathe. In fact, we can think of the entire medium of life as breath. When the world breathes, all things are sustained. Weather moves as it should. At 146, plants grow as they should. Animals are made strong. The very forces of geology are set into motion, and together a mighty field of energy is generated, a much larger version of what happens in your own body. Connect to the field. Time out. Connected to that field is a universal mind. How is the one drawn? How is the I drawn? Top to bottom. You are one. Wait a minute. We're in what? A universe. A one verse. Can you control the universe within your own body? Got on that scale, said 200. 200.2. I already gotta lose them love handles. So, hourglass and breathe, 147. Okay, so read some down. I showed you the cube, drank some water. Let's read some of the notes that, will I share? Am I rooting, grounding, centering with myself, for myself, me, myself, and I? Am I dealing with those voices in my head? Here I am. No, you're not down there. You're right here. No, you're not down there. You're up here. You're God. Me, myself, and I. I got through watching Universal Soldier, Van Damme. Where are the universal spirits? At 148. In that movie, he was the doctor who created the spare parts Universal Van Damme. He was talking about, where's my fail-safe? Yeah, well, you create an object that has a mind or whatever, and then it can turn around and kill you. So he's like, well, I'm going to... And he tried, but he ended up dead. But, okay. He was hired to create it. Now he doesn't want to be employed anymore. So his soldier... So his soldier will take out his boss. So are you going to be a soldier and understand, or better yet, understand yourself as a divine energy and say, hey, look, I'm flipping on my switch. I'm inside this hourglass. I'm a grain of sand raising my consciousness. We need to change the value structure. So, is this election year? And my boy sent me that DVD or sent me a link now talking about your vote matters. Does my vote matter at 150? I mean, who is the owner of an NFL team? And we're talking about 100 years? And where's my failsafe? I as a divine energy, how do I deal? What other notes do I have in here? I got notes so much. Greater Boston Legal Services and Justice for All. Providing high-quality, free civil, non-criminal legal assistance for poor people in Greater Boston. 1/27/2020, 10:44 p.m. Allow the instinct of the mind to move the body, not controlling thought of the mind or brain, which is a muscle inside your skull. Move your body. Distinction between brain, a muscle inside the skull, and mind, which can't be defined because that would be limiting. As father of nature, I'm not going to limit or define any of my children's minds at 152. There has to be a change in consciousness. We have to view the third planet away from the sun as something meaningful and significant, and being able to be melanin dominant, biological living light and capable of absorbing the frequency light of the sun and have moisture in the pineal gland, and having that ability to balance yourself with the level of the surface of the earth. Allow your mind and imagination to sink down to its core. I got 4 minutes left. I'm not going to hurry. I'm not going to rush to squeeze any more content into this programming or reprogramming. That's what I'm considering what I produce as the talk show host and producer of content. Oh, that's what I can discuss. Looking at that picture. Why is that picture there? So as Father Nature, okay, I've had sex with about maybe 50 women, right? Thank goodness I didn't get AIDS. What is that autoimmune deficiency? Was that a virus? Created as a population control measure? Okay, but raising self-esteem. Be 58 February 17th, 2020. Single, never married, no kids, and trying to find the mother of my child. And my expectations being the son of how strict Nana was in raising my mother, who was a perfectionist, who was a Scorpio, and the way she raised me, and I was promoted on trial because I was a perfectionist. And how do you make that decision? How do you, I have to make sure, I have to look at the digit as I draw it, I have to make sure, did I do that right? Examine it. Okay, I can move on to the next one. Anal retentive perfectionist. trying to find the mother of my child and sharing this kind of knowledge. Thank you, Master Heej, for allowing me or sharing with me how to settle deep within myself and be able to read the signs of the art of the ancestors, walk into a place and feel the vibe and the energies, the vibrations, and not be overwhelmed, and be excited that you're connecting with the planet, the environment, your home. In Tai Chi class, he says R-A or A-R or E-T. Shut up. Yeah, Gumby. No, let me stop. But, it's going to cut me off real quick, so I'm going to shut up now and tune in again next week for some more in my birthday month after February 1st. Are you going to drink your communion? Somebody else, that representation of blood? What? You are divine. He was listening. Moses heard a black man say, I am that I am. That's you. That's me. And I have to do much better in revering the black woman, Mother Nature. Love you.